Oh man, that was a lot of fun. So basically, I can't seem to do a stream without destroying at least a few micro HDMI cables. I hate micro HDMI so much. They're so flaky. It's so easy to bend them when you're like cycling, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky that I brought 3 micro HDMI cables with me because I've destroyed 2 of them tonight. I need to find a solution to that because those cables are so flaky. That's all that happened, is the bike bounced and the micro HDMI cable just went, I'm going to die now. And it cut out. Hello everyone. Thanks for coming back. Sorry about that. You're practically next to my house, yeah. Awesome. People were thinking you fell. Nah. Canadian doesn't fall on this. Has to be significantly worse. Hello, Mr. Tram. I'd even reboot my computer. No, it's not you. It's the micro HDMI cable I snapped in half. The end of them are so delicate. And reinforced micro HDMI cables a thing? Yes, well, they are. And I need to get some. Okay. I'm going to start going in a second. The microphone is poor quality. Oh, that's not good. Maybe I can just adjust that. Can you hear me speaking now? Yeah. As I said, I need to monetize this channel so that I can afford my micro HDMI cable habit. No, mic is good. Okay, good. I'm just going to move it a little bit. Keep it out of the wind. Adapters might help. Yeah, that's true. Actually, what I really need to start looking into is like L-shaped adapters. They're much stronger, but the only L-shaped adapters I could find were really like low quality ones from China, which would just be even worse. Anyway, we're back. That was fun. I'm a bit freezing cold because I had my gloves off trying to figure out what the hell was wrong. I can't believe that I had a spare micro HDMI cable to my spare micro HDMI cable. Yeah, L-shaped are hard to find except the crappy ones on AliExpress. That's exactly it. I found a place that had L-shaped cables. I actually have one. And it's fine, but then it just died on its own, just from like being cheap. Glad to be back. Good. We got 35 people back already. Sorry about that, everyone. But we're back on the road again. And it's raining a bit. Yeah, let me clean off that a little bit. I think that just got splashed. It's actually not too bad. It's not raining out here. How's that? Whatever. Looks pretty good for now. Yeah, random limousine, eh? What was up with that? Okay. Well, we got one of those little, what are those things called? Those little 3-wheel trucks. It's just going to come up here on my left. Here, I'll show you. What are those things? Yeah, tuk-tuk, basically. Is that what they call them? They actually call them tuk-tuks. Because that's what they call those little taxis in the Philippines. Noisy vehicle, yeah. They are incredibly noisy, and they stink too. Hello from Southern Ontario, hi. Hello from Belgium. Hi, Belgium. Welcome to Amsterdam. some frigid houseboats off to the right there. Those are pretty cold when it's cold outside. Minnesota, awesome. I wonder how cold the people in the houseboats are today. I'm pretty cold out here after having my gloves off for 20 minutes trying to figure out why my stream wasn't working. London, UK, awesome. How cold is it? Not that cold. I don't even think it's below zero. It is starting to rain a little bit now. This is great timing. Thanks a lot, Mother Nature. You're on my side as much as the micro HDMI cables are. Hello from Toronto, first time live. Awesome. Glad to have you. I got 58 people so far, which is pretty good for a stream that died and then took its time coming back. I'm going to have to clean off that lens again, though. That's quite frustrating. When I left, the weather was actually nice. That was one of the conditions that I had to do this stream, is that I didn't want it to be raining because the lens gets crappy so quickly. Snowier there than in Toronto, yeah, but this will be gone. This will be gone tomorrow. That's why I wanted to get out and see it. I was out cycling for a while today, trying to take some video, but the camera lens just got snow on it, so it was really coming down like horizontally for a while there today. Hydrophobic coating, yeah, I've looked into those. I might try one, but I'm a little hesitant because they can change the they can like warp the picture if they're not applied perfectly smooth. Hello from Dublin, awesome. I love Dublin. Parts of Dublin anyway. Was the blue tube a toilet? No, I don't think those are toilets. Actually, I'm not sure what that one back there is. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, okay. Barcelona, excellent. So we're up here, I think this is Berlage-Brug. Stream's down. Oh, every time the stream hiccups a little bit, I'm like, no, please, it's my last micro HDMI cable. Not a great connection, yeah. Interesting, actually. I wonder why that is. Because normally 4G coverage in the Netherlands is really great. Just going to turn left here. That Christmas tree looks nice. I'm going to wait for the tram to go by. Oh, it's not Berlage-Brug, you're right. Yay, tram. All right. Love the trams. But I think yeah, slow mode, I gotta turn it on. I just can't keep up with the chat, otherwise there's no way. Otherwise I have to just turn on top chat and see whatever YouTube decides to let me see, which is also not cool. Yeah, you're right, Berlage-Brug was the one I was fixing the stream at. You're absolutely right. Snowy bureau there off to the right. When I first went out when it was snowing, for streaming hardware, check the description. Or I think you could type exclamation point gear. Maybe someone could try that. When I first went out today and it was snowing, first there was nobody out. It was like ghost town. Oh, there you go. And thanks, Nightbot. And then And then after like a couple hours of snowing, the streets were just packed by people out walking, snowball fights. Nice little tunnel here. Do you change your tires for the winter? No, not really. Not here. I did in Toronto, but not here. In Toronto, I would though, because it was very useful to have winter tires when it was really icy. But here, it just doesn't get enough snow to be worth it. Very posh hotel here off to the left. The Intercontinental. So am I going to do stuff with trains in the summer? Yeah, for sure. And in Toronto, I lived in a few different places, lots of different places, because I lived there many different times. I lived at Queen and Spadina when I was younger, college in Bathurst, and most recently I lived in Riverdale at Broadview and Danforth. There's a room named after Michael Jackson there? That's funny. We went to watch Santa Claus come in from there a couple of years ago. That was kind of fun. Thoughts on the new Danforth plan? Yeah, it's good. It's well overdue. Snowball fights. So many snowball fights in the city today. I don't like that they still build those bike lanes on Toronto with the flexi sticks and stuff, but it's a step in the right direction. You're in Corktown, eh? That's cool. I like Corktown. It's a really nice area. It's so quiet out here tonight. You'd never know it was a weekend in Amsterdam. But I guess I had that video up on my main channel of the quiet streets on a Friday night. I love the lights on this bridge up here on the left. Maybe I'll give you a view of it. And I'll switch my mittens to ones that are warmer while I'm at it. Let's see if you can see that. I'll check the chat for a bit. You breathing subconsciously tells me. It's only my fingers that are cold because I was playing with the stuff. I'm actually not that cold. I got my Canada Goose jacket on, so it's all right. But my fingers always get cold really quickly, which is why I have good mittens. I'll have a sip of tea too while we're here. Hey, I've been here. There you go. Yeah, I saw the photo of Mark Rutte. I tweeted it, actually. Well, I think my wife tweeted it. She also tweets on that account. She actually tweets on that account more than I do. That's the little secret of our Twitter account. It's mostly my wife's Twitter account. Even when she writes it as if it's me. Your secret's out, Mrs. NJB. All right, warm mittens are on. Let's go. Take a thermos, can you? I always bring a thermos of tea with me when I ride a bike because I drink too much tea. So I just had a few sips there. Switched to my nice snow morning mittens. We're back on the road again. You're going to take that secret to your grave. I run the Twitter account. Yeah, I have not been banned from Twitter, believe it or not. Although several other urbanist YouTubers had, like Do Not Eat. I like his stuff. Do Not Eat was banned from Twitter twice. I never found out why he was banned from Twitter. If anybody knows, let me know. You almost slipped a few hours ago, eh? Yeah, I haven't found it to be too slippery, to be honest. No, I shouldn't say that. I'm going to jinx myself. How long will the snow stay? It's supposed to melt tomorrow. So I think this is it. That's why I wanted to get out to live stream it, so that you can see it, but also so that I can see it myself. This is nice out here. Man, I don't really miss the tourists, I'll tell you. I kind of like this. I could get used to this. Yeah, knowing Duna, he probably kicked a few shins. Yes, I assume that he was insulting Nazis, and it got him banned. That's my assumption, but it's just a guess. It's a good guess, educated guess. I'm being so careful over the tram tracks and everything. I don't want to ruin my last micro HDMI cable. It's so quiet out here, even more so than usual, because the snow is absorbing some of the noise, and it's just so quiet. Let me know if you've got any preferences as to where you'd like me to go. I was just going to sort of turn left up here in a little bit. Once I turn right, because I have to. Genie chocolate will be closed. Yeah, wish list on Amazon. Just nothing but micro HDMI cables. I wonder if I can get a good view of the canals here. Maybe not here. I find that where I mount the camera is at just the wrong place for the railings. So I point the camera towards the railings, and all you can see is the railing. You can't see what's past it. He got suspended for Punic Wars. Oh man, I really hope that's true. Close to passing the best chocolate store, eh? Look at how quiet it is in here. Looks like most of the snow is melted in here in the city center. Do you hear that? That's something you never hear in the city center. Two people speaking Dutch to each other. I'm actually going to go down here. Do you have a bike light? Yes, I do. Don't worry about that. It's on a dynamo. It goes automatically. How much busier would this be with tourists? Well, probably be hundreds of people that you'd see right now. Half of them drunk. Oh, it's actually a little bit slippery here. Not too slippery, but more than it was in other parts of the city. It is really incredible to see this without tourists. I know I repeat myself every time I come down here on these streams, but it's just nobody here. Even McDonald's is closed. That's a real shame. Yeah, it's always colder on the bridges. That's absolutely right. You actually have to be careful on the bridges. They can get quite slippery. That's where the ice forms. It's cold underneath them, and then the wind blows across them, and you get black ice. Let's go check out the lights over here over the road. You know the guys I just passed. That's funny. That's great. You'll have to send them the timestamp of the stream. When is the Bicycle Dutch NJB crossover episode? Yeah, I don't know. I guess that has to happen at some point in time. I'm planning to do a video with the fellow Canadians who live in Delft, Modacity. But that's not coming out for a few months. They're working on a new book. Yeah, this area in particular would absolutely be crawling with tourists normally. Yeah, the Bruntlets, exactly. I've never met them before. I only know them from Twitter. And their book. I haven't even read their book, actually. Don't tell them. Keep that a secret. Just you and me and the other 110 people on the channel. Why are the bicycle lanes here so shitty? That's a fair question. There's not very much traffic that comes along here, so I think it's just one of those things that they've half-assed it. You're shivering. Maybe. I don't think so. I think it maybe comes through that way on the microphone, but I'm doing all right. Right now, my teeth are probably chattering because I'm going over these cobblestones. Yeah, the bike lane should be better here, but there's been plans to redesign this whole street for a while. I'm not sure what the status of that is. This is the Roken. Yeah, as an American, these look nice. Well, that's because it's not a 6-lane road with a 50-mile-per-hour speed limit. Bicycle Dutch is here. Awesome. Wasn't that just finished? That's a good question. I actually don't know. You know, I know so little about the center of Amsterdam. I almost never come here. Oh, the cobbles here in Dam Square get really bumpy here. I'll show you how empty Dam Square is right now. Just a couple of people hanging out, some bicycle cops. Police car parked in the center of it. Do cars have to keep side clearance? No, there's actually no laws in tram coming. There's no laws in the Netherlands about how far you have to be away from a cyclist when you cross them. I'm going to grab another sip of tea here while we're watching the trams in Dam Square. Do you rather live in a city or a smaller village? A city for sure for me. Worst surface ever, yeah. Hello, trams. Oh, Nightbot, damn. I didn't know you would do that. How can you even say that someone's spamming when there's slow chat on? I don't know. Not going to stay here for too much longer. I'm just going to have some more tea before it gets cold. Sorry, Nightbot, won't do it again. I don't even know what you did. I missed it. I might have to look at the Nightbot spam settings. I set it up because one guy was spamming the channel a little while ago. And of course, I can't do anything when I'm on the bike. Like, last thing I want to do is stop because somebody's spamming. So I set up Nightbot and with the spam setting on, but I didn't realize that you could even spam when there's a 30-second slow chat. The more you know. All right. Tea back in the pannier and let's get going. I used caps. How dare you? Okay, one more tram. Wait for the next tram and then I'll go. But I might want to get out of the city center, actually. Maybe I'll go down Marnixstraat and get to somewhere a little bit more lively. I'm not sure if it was the same tram. I didn't look at which number it was before. That's the 14. How about the red light district? It's pretty boring in there. It's completely empty. Even late at night, because when I came out here to film that empty Amsterdam on a Friday night video that I did back in end of November, the trams were going by constantly at like midnight. It's so cold the camera is shivering. No, that's just those bloody cobblestones in the Dam Square. It has to look fancy for the tourists. Are you allowed to pass the next traffic light on red if you're on a bike? I mean, no, there's no situation that I know of where you can go through a red light on a bike. Legally, anyway. Oh, Domino's is in a hurry. Why do you have a separate channel for streams? Because lots of people don't like streams. And I wanted to separate them. And actually, I've been recommended by a few much bigger YouTubers that I've talked to that the algorithm will start to punish you if certain videos don't do well with certain audiences. And so most YouTubers will separate their live streams, like even their live streams like sitting at a desk Q&A live streams, from their main channel. You hate streams, eh? Then you're in the right place. I like watching streams sometimes, but I have a limited patience for them. Like, I myself only watch for about 10 minutes, which I think a lot of people do. I see that a lot of people watch for a bit, drop off, watch for a bit, drop off, and that's fine. And then sometimes I'll come back and watch it on 2x speed. If you follow the street, you end up in Amsterdam Central. That's exactly right. Amsterdam Central is directly ahead of us. You should be able to see it now. Right there. I'm actually going to, I'm going to turn left. You come back and click on timestamps in the comments, yeah. Could you take the boat across the river at the back of Central? I could, but when it's already cold outside, the last thing I want to do is go out in the water. Doing the dishes. Yeah, I watch live streams when I'm cooking and cleaning the kitchen and stuff. Oh, come on. I'm riding so slowly to keep that micro HDMI cable happy. My last one. Hang in there, buddy. Another red light. So, do I run the red light on a stream? Then everyone knows. I'll get called out like when the mayor of Amsterdam ran a red light. She had to apologize to the newspapers. It's a red light district. Ha ha ha. There's a couple of trams coming by. There was actually a countdown timer on that. Right. I could set my expectations and it doesn't seem so bad. There's a fair number of people out here actually. It's kind of interesting. Oh, it's nice to be back on smooth asphalt again. Those tiles were starting to get to me. Okay, I don't want to go down there in the construction. I'm going to head up here. Hang in there, cable. You can do it. I see the screen go black every once in a while. It makes me panic. Definitely going to have to invest in some higher quality ones. Hey, Bureau. If anyone knows some like really good quality micro HDMI cables that I can get in the Netherlands, let me know. Are you going anywhere in particular? No, it's just nice to bike today. I just wanted to see what the city looks like in snow. But there's like none left out here. Maybe once we go out of the Binnenstad, we'll see snow again. It's probably too sheltered in here. What's your preferred grocery store? I don't know that I have a preference really. But Albert Heijn is always so close and convenient that I end up going there, even though they're not the cheapest. Although if you can pick stuff up on sale, it's not so bad. NGB got mentioned in approximately 7 minutes 30 seconds in her vid. Oh, I'll have to look at that. That's funny. Where can I send a link for a micro HDMI cable? Send me an email to notjustbikes@notjustbikes.com. Is there an Aldi near your home? There actually is an Aldi near my home, and I should really be going to it more often. I pass it every once in a while. I think, I should go there. But actually, we end up going to the markets as much as possible, too. And I only go to the grocery store for, like boxed products and stuff. So I don't really know if it matters too much. This is kind of nice here with the lights over the street. What do you think of Vienna? I really like Vienna, actually. I think it's quite a nice city. There are some parts, though, that have bizarrely really big, wide roads, but a lot of Vienna is very, very pretty, and I really like the tram system there. There's a YouTuber that I'm a Patreon of out of Vienna called Tapa Kappa, although he does like CPG Grey type animated videos. But he sometimes does some about Vienna. T-A-P-A-K-A-P-A, Tapa Kappa. You know, the hand scanners in Germany, yeah, that's cool. Are there any Netflix series you like? No. I don't really watch much TV, to be honest, or videos. I'm the wrong person to ask. It's probably just as well I don't watch TV, because then I have time to make YouTube videos. They already take too much of my time. I spend way too much time on my YouTube videos. I really need to spend less time on them. Every time I make a Patreon bonus video, I usually make those in one night, and I think, why can't I do this for my main channel? But I just can't. I'm gonna just brush off that camera a little bit. There. Where's the snow? Good question. You'd never know it was snowing here. There's a little bit of snow on some of the bicycles, but that's it. Oh, I think I see some snow up ahead. We got 117 people here. That's good. All right, I think I'm just going to head down Marnstraat. It's usually my favorite way to go. Oh, there's a great burrito place here. I think I said this the last time I passed here on this stream, called the Burrito Maker, right on my left. It's started by an American guy. It's like the only decent burritos I've had in this city. I haven't been there in a long time. Hello, Burrito Maker. I should visit you soon. Put your editing jobs up on Fiverr. Yeah, I don't know how I would get someone to edit my videos, because the thing I find with my YouTube videos is that so much of the content of the video depends on the clips I get, and then the clips have to be put precisely with certain words, and I feel like the process of explaining that to an editor would take longer than just editing it myself. But I find the editing's not the longest part, to be honest. When making videos, the hardest part for me is always the research and script writing. It takes forever. I probably spend more time on my scripts than most YouTubers do on their entire videos. The stock footage I used was hilarious, yeah. How often a week do you eat takeout for dinner? We do about once a week, usually. I think we're doing twice this week, though. Yeah, Bicycle Dutch research is what costs time for you too. The thing I find is that, when I make bonus videos for the patrons, I don't have to spend as much time on research, because I mean, it's not that I want to be wrong or on those videos, but I feel it's like I'm okay mentioning something in those videos that somebody told me. Whereas on my main YouTube channel, I will never mention something that someone just told me. I need to go and verify it and find out the source for it and everything else. And that just takes ages. Sylvia Slaughter, yes, twice. Two times we're getting takeout this week. Kind of lazy. What are we having for dinner tomorrow night? Are we going to do pizza or be lazy? you'd be slaughtered in the comments. Ha! I love it. Well, you know, the thing I find with the YouTube channel, especially since I started taking on American suburbs like head on, I get a lot of people coming to the channel and like just slagging it off and picking apart videos and stuff. It's fine. But I feel like I want to be correct. If I'm going to put something out there and like 100,000 people are going to view it, I want it to be right. Like, I've watched videos from CPG Gray, and he says the same thing, that it takes him forever to research stuff. I actually think if I was going to outsource anything, I would outsource the research. Like, find somebody who, I don't know who I would do that with, but there's been a few videos where I've worked with urban planners and stuff, and they've helped me with the research, and it makes my life so much easier. Let's just chat about our dinner plans, yeah. Please upload patron stuff 1 to 2 years later. Yeah, the problem with that is, again, like I just said, my patron stuff is kind of quick and dirty. It's like old clips that I had left over, stuff that was on the cutting room floor, stuff that I'll mention something that somebody told me and it might not be 100% correct, and I just don't feel comfortable putting that stuff out to the public because the channel is getting a ridiculous amount of views lately, and I have to be a little bit careful with what I say publicly on it. Stop spamming Nightbot. Exactly. When is Nightbot going to ban Nightbot? A little bit more snow out here, but not much. It really is all melting already. I'm glad I got out for this ride today. What if Trains Part 2 went only patron? Oh man. Trains 2, man. Yeah, Marnix. You just hit 80k subs. Yeah, I know. And yes, Bicycle Dutch, it is over freezing. I think it was over freezing when I left. I mean, you can see there's still snow on the cars, but it's not going to be here much longer. Maybe there's snow in Vondel Park. Maybe there is. Why don't we go check that? Trains Part 2. I feel like people have been waiting for that so long. It's funny that I even called like Why Passenger Trains Suck in Canada Part 1. And the only reason I did that is because I think trains suck so much that I'm going to need to talk about them again. But it obviously set up Part 2. And I'm like, and I was totally planning on filming Part 2. I was going to do it in the summer. I had plans to go back to Canada for the summer. And then apparently there was some worldwide pandemic or something. I don't know. You want Part 2 now. Yeah, you're not getting Part 2 now. I'm planning on releasing Trains Part 2 in summer. But now I kind of want to like drag it out and like really make it a thing. It's going to be a showdown. Trams are still running. What time is it? Yeah, it's after midnight, almost 12:30. Yeah, I should release Trains Part 3 and have everyone looking for Part 2. What you'd give to live in a city like this. Yeah, this is a nice street. They've cut off car access in a bunch of these, so it's only trams and bicycles that go through. Red light. Oh. Oh man. Have you ever thought to mount the cam on your head like a mountain bike YouTubers for better angles? Well, then I would need a helmet or something. really work up to it, have trailers with explosions and epic. You know what? I was actually planning on doing that. That is so funny. I literally have the script written for a trailer for Trains Part 2. Man, chat's coming through quite quickly now. I couldn't keep up with this if I was planning to do a day of only trains. Nice. I really want to do some more videos about trains, but when the coronavirus restrictions are on, they say it's for necessary travel only, and I don't think that filming for a video is necessary. I'm sure some of my viewers would disagree, but this is a shitty painted bike lane. I mean, I know the street gets very little traffic because it's got cuts every so often for through traffic, but I still hate it. You don't wear a helmet because you don't want to look like a dork. I just don't find a helmet necessary in this country. I wear a helmet all the time when I'm riding a bike in Canada. The overhead wires seem to cause blackouts. That is possible. I think it's probably a coincidence, and it's probably the micro HDMI cable, but who knows. All right, here we are in Fietsstraat, Auto te Gast. Still on the fence about these things. I don't know if I like these or not. But this is supposedly where bicycles go first and drivers need to wait. Yeah, don't put the camera on the helmet. Yeah, I have, I'm gonna let the tram go. There's no traffic lights here. There used to be traffic lights here, I believe, but they took them out. I do sometimes put the camera on the backpack, and I have a mount for that. And I want that specifically for when I take other bicycles, like if I take an OV Feats or something like that and want to live stream it. The problem I find with that is, like, as you start moving your shoulders, they droop, the angle's all weird. I do prefer it attached to the bike. Fietsstraat need to be a lot more common, yeah, but I'm sure Bicycle Dutch could answer this, but I don't think they're like a legal requirement for drivers to actually do what they're supposed to do. Like, it's a recommendation. So Fietsstraten are just kind of, I don't know. I don't know what to think of them. There's nothing in the law about them. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you for confirming. So it's like, if there's nothing in the law about them, they're just, I don't know, they're just a road that's painted red. And you're like, be nice to cyclists. Which, you know, that kind of works in the Netherlands when most people are sympathetic to people on bikes. Most drivers are sympathetic to people on bikes, and there's laws that favor cyclists. But geez, you try that in any other country, you just get run down. Now I am starting to get a little bit chilly, so I might want to think about heading home. Maybe another stop for a tea break somewhere interesting though. Here's another area where cars are not allowed to go through. This is a fairly recent addition, I believe, because a few years ago, cars were still coming down this area. Yeah, Fietsstraat is just a bicycle path that cars are allowed to drive on. I kind of feel the same way, and I'm like, is that a good idea? I mean, I don't know. If the traffic is really, really low, maybe, but like there's a Fietsstraat just north of het Amsterdamse Bos. And the only people that use it are the people who are going to the marina that's down near there. And that one, I feel like that kind of works because there's so little car traffic. But here on Marnixstad, I don't know. It can get quite busy with car traffic sometimes. All right, I'm going to stop here and just finish off my tea and warm up a little bit. You can look at how empty it is, because there would also be, this area would be crawling with tourists too, normally. You're basically crossing over everything. Yes, that is normal. What is your outside of YouTuber profession, if it's not too private for me to ask? I don't normally talk about that. Tram. I do some consulting work, but I'm mostly a house mom, to be honest, these days. You should do a stream cycling like a real Amsterdamer. Can the police ticket me based on video evidence? I ride so slowly on my streams, but that's because there's a lot to think about when you're on a stream, to be honest. And also I'm worried about the equipment all throwing itself to pieces. I recently learned they put a Dutch-style roundabout in England. Oh, there's a lot of trams out here today. They did. They put a Dutch-style roundabout in Cambridge. I used to live in Cambridge and work in Cambridge. I worked in Cambridge for 6 years. And where they put that roundabout is ridiculous. It's in the middle of nowhere with no bicycle lanes going to it. Like maybe there will be someday. Months, yeah. I think you're right, Bicycle Dutch. Not only did they, you can say they did it wrong, like nobody's going to do it right except the Dutch, but where they put it is just, I don't know. Why did you decide to stream? You mean today or in general? Today because there was snow. In general because I was watching other bicycle live streamers. There aren't very many of them. And I thought when I was living in Toronto and I had not been here before, I would have loved to have seen the streets of Amsterdam from a live stream. That's something I would have liked. Yeah, the UK approach to him for peaceful and unconnected. I mean, Cambridge has a lot of cyclists. I used to cycle there to work from the train station every single day. Well, not really because I was traveling so much, but whenever I was in the UK. And there's a lot of people who cycle there, but out in like Felton Road there, it's in the middle of nowhere. It's a bizarre place to put it. Presumably they're going to connect it to the rest of the bicycle network someday, but right now it just seems strange. Okay. I rode today too in the snow, but it'll take a few weeks to publish, yeah. I'm working on a video about winter cycling, but there's been no winter here, and my footage from Toronto is so poor. So I've been working with some people in other cities, but it's taking a long time to get together. I'm going to go to sleep. Stay safe. Thank you so much. As a Dutchie abroad, helping with a little bit of homesickness. Yeah. What tea do you have? You had tea. Yes, I just had tea. I drink Chinese, southern Chinese Yunnan tea and Taiwanese tea typically, because when I lived in Taiwan I became a giant tea snob. So in particular, that's a purple Wui Rock Oolong tea that I was drinking. Have you been through Vondel Park? No. I actually don't know if I'm going to get to Vondel Park because it's getting kind of late and kind of cold. And it's getting a bit misty out here now. which is making it feel colder. It was all right before when it was just kind of cold and snowy, but now it's kind of getting foggy and misty. So I think I might end up the stream pretty soon. Are you allowed to go out as many times as you like in NL? Yeah, you are. The coronavirus rules are really not that strict considering how many cases we have, to be honest. Have you had success befriending Dutch locals? Yes, some, but the coronavirus has made that a lot harder. I like your vids, man. That's good. Thank you so much. The channel seems to be doing really well these days. Where did you get your tea? I buy my tea on a website called yunansourcing.com. I used to buy my tea from my guy in Taiwan, and I used to send him money. But then Taiwan put in these new anti-money laundering laws, and it became really hard to just send random money to some dude in Taiwan. So I had to start using a website, like a commoner. I no longer had my guy. So yunansourcing.com, it's the place to get it. Like real whole leaf Chinese tea from Yunnan. Yeah, my guy in Taiwan sounds like a drug dealer, yes. And he used to send me packages that totally looked like they were drugs. Yunansourcing.com, thanks, Sil. That's exactly what Bitcoin was invited for, yeah. Exactly. All right, here we are at the Rijksmuseum. I'm going to end off the stream pretty soon here at Museumplein because I think it's getting late enough. Managed to make the stream successful in the end, but I've been outside for a while. My toes are starting to get a bit cold because I don't have very good boots. You're just watching Bicycle Dutch video about it, yeah. Bicycle Dutch has a lot of good videos. I strongly recommend watching his channel.